trouble.
What a horrible way to live.
You will pay for what you did to me.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Unless you're living in Singapore or Asia or Malaysia, then this film is called Pirates of the Caribbean, Salazars Revenge. So this movie is a sequel of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, but it doesn't really have to follow the continuation of the storyline from the fourth one, but it is a continuation story from the, you can say, the third one at World's End. When I watched this film, when I left the cinema, I had a lot of fun, to be honest. I really did have a lot of fun with this film, just that still felt like an unnecessary sequel. But still, if you really want to have fun or relax or enjoy a film or a summer chill, you can say a popcorn flick, you can still pop this movie on and just enjoy the hell out of it. I did enjoy, but just that it doesn't really sit very well along with the other the first three Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. But I would say it was a fair sequel. So let me give you a synopsis about this film. During the old time, there was this Spanish government ship who is trying, you can say the Captain Salazar, he's trying to destroy every pirates in the sea, which includes Jack Sparrow. In a way, Jack Sparrow was very young. He was just promoted as a captain on the spot, and then Jack Sparrow was outsmart Salazar, then Salazar got killed, and then he was cursed. After that, Salazar seek revenge on Captain Jack Sparrow by doing something that I'm not going to talk about a bit more. You have to watch this film a lot. By going to this particular place and then be restored of his own full body and try to kill Jack Sparrow. So let's go on to the specific about the good stuff and the bad stuff. So the good stuff, to be honest, actually I did buy the story, the main story of the film. I actually do buy because of Salazar backstory and his determination and his you can say that his anger. He wanted to get his revenge on Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow. You can totally buy the story. To be honest, because since this movie is called Dead Men Tell No Tales or Salazars Revenge, so that's why you went in to watch this film, and then they give you that story. That is what you are paying the movie tickets for. So actually I did buy that story a lot. And then this film, to be expected, there were a lot of pirates fight, sword swinging here and there, but this one, to be honest, it does have a very good action sequences, and then it was done pretty well. To be honest, I actually have fun with the action, but still the problem is that because when it comes to action, there were a lot of cutscenes, and then the editing was a bit sloppy, but it's not as sloppy as in it got you very confused. But this one is still sloppy, but it's not that confusing, so that's why I can still catch up with the action. So the action was pretty fine. And then this film, as any other Pirates of the Caribbean film, the CGI was pretty well done, to be honest. When you watch the trailer, the Dead Men Tell No Tales, at first I felt a bit off because it doesn't felt real. But when you watch this film, maybe it was the effect of the big screen. You buy the CGI. The CGI, maybe after the trailer, so they have to tweak up a bit more of the CGI. The CGI was done pretty well done in my honest opinion. So I did enjoy it. I did buy the story. So this is where the things did very well. Let's get on to the bad stuff. Okay, the bad stuff is that there are way too many side story of the film to the point I don't even give a crap about it. Let me give you an example. They introduced two more characters. I find that these two characters wasn't very big of a deal. Henry Turner, who is William Turner, played by Orlando Bloom, William Turner's son. I can totally buy his motivation why he want to do this particular stuff, but the problem is that he has a daddy issue. He want to bring his dad back to life from curse of the Flying Dutchman because Orlando Bloom is the captain of the Flying Dutchman after Davy Jones. So that's why this boy Henry Turner want to bring his father back by destroying, or you can say eliminate this curse by going to this place, which Salazar is going as well. And then there's one more character, the female, who is supposed to replace Keira Knightley, Karina Smith, and then she is more of a Scientology, astronomy. There's a lot of things going on with her, but I did not have a big problem with these two, as I fear in the beginning. I thought that they were going to replace Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, but turns out they did not totally, they did kind of replace them, but they didn't totally replace them because the movie did quite well by develop this character with their own color and their story and such. But the problem is that they emphasize too much of their story a bit, to the point it really makes the main story a bit fade off, as in you do care about it. So this guy Henry Turner wanted to bring his father back from the Flying Dutchman, and then this Karina Smith, she also has father issue. I'm not gonna tell you the spoiler what's going on with her father. So she has a father issue as well. So those are the things that really makes me sick, as in like I didn't pay the money to watch this, and then they emphasize a bit too much on it. And then these two characters, Henry Turner and Karina Smith, and then they have a relationship going on. That particular relationship development didn't even develop well. There were no connection and such, but they somehow fall in love in the end. But still, it was a bit off. It doesn't have the kind of build up for like Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom in the first movie, but it doesn't have that, so that's why it fell off. And then you have Barbossa. I'm still talking about the side story, by the way. And then you have Barbossa. Barbossa is still back, played by Geoffrey Rush. I love Geoffrey Rush, but his character is quite unnecessary in this film. Really, really unnecessary as well. I don't see him playing a big role like the previous film. If you cut his part away, then emphasize more story on Salazars Revenge, that would be a very good movie. But no, you really have to include Barbossa. But still, okay, this is which brings up to my next point. I felt like Salazar's anger or revenge is not emphasized strong enough. It felt like established only. Because when I watched this film, I wanted to have more emphasis on Salazar's revenge or his anger towards it. All you see there is how angry he is. But the problem is that you don't feel the emotional depth to it. All you care is that he got his revenge. You don't really buy him deeply, as in like you don't really care for him or root for him for his vengeance. But all you care is that how he get his vengeance, so that because they give you established instead of emphasis on his revenge. So that's why I felt like there are a lot of side story that really took too much time out of Salazar's revenge or emphasis. So that's why that is how I felt. I wanted more of Salazar's vengeance or how he get back to Jack Sparrow. There is the one big problem I have with the film. The whole film is supposed to be between Salazar and Jack Sparrow, but the problem I have with this film is that Jack Sparrow literally didn't do anything in this film. So why bother? Because they emphasize a lot on Henry Turner and Karina Smith, these two characters a lot, as in like, because since they replaced Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, so that's why Jack Sparrow didn't play a huge part in this film. Not like the first three films where Jack Sparrow did a big part in this film. But the problem is that you don't feel you do see his silliness, but they bring his silliness to a next level to the point is it felt very dumb. You don't see him being witty or outsmart, even though he still portrayed the drunk kind of attitude. You don't see him outsmart of the villain of the film or being witty and that kind of characteristic in the first three films. So they took it out and then they bring him a bit to shame. So Jack Sparrow in this film is supposed to be a redemption film, because in the beginning he started to get a lot of mistakes and then he do a lot of stupid decision to the point that he lost his crew, he lost his ship. So it's supposed to be a redemption film for him, but at the end of the film, this is what you all expected. Since it's a redemption film for him, this is quite unpredictable. Then he was redeemed as a captain of the ship, and he redeemed his name as Captain Jack Sparrow. The thing is that he didn't do anything much to the point is iconic that brings his name back as Captain Jack Sparrow. So I felt like he didn't do anything great. So that's why to the point he can buy back his crew trust, because most of the stuff that is done is by Henry Turner and Karina Smith, because they did more stuff than what Jack Sparrow did. That is how I felt. But the thing is that is the one problem I have with the film. But other than that, I actually enjoyed the story if they focus a lot more on Salazar's Revenge. And then, to be honest, I had a lot of great action fun with this film. But it was the side story that made me feel off of the film. To be honest, I think that this is a very fair, filled with fun actions sequel, but still, I can say it's an unnecessary sequel in a way. So I have to give Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or Salazar's Revenge a 5 out of 10. That was a mouthful seeing the title Dead Man Tell No Tales or Salazar Revenge. Yeah, that is my review for the movie. So subscribe to my channel to see more other stuff that I create more movie reviews in the future. Yeah, and I'll comment down below and let me know what you think about the films, and I'll see you all next time.